Again, thank you.
All right, man. Elliot asked me to ask.
Thank you.
Thank, thank y'all.
All right, we're back, folks. Thanks for hanging in. We're going to try and reconnect here. All right, back to green flag racing here. Little caution that we unfortunately missed while we were upside down there. Matthew David Wood involved in an incident with, I think, the 54. Was that correct, Noah?
Yes, it looks like the 54 of Watts was into the wall, and the 21, I guess, thought he was clear up there. Unfortunately, wasn't. So he sustained some damages right on the back straightaway where that wall is at, that little curve. So unfortunately, he gained some decent front end damage from that.
All right, 74 laps to go, and the caution flies again for David Watts. In that lime green 54. See, it just happened here to David. I think he just got loose.
Yeah, looks like he just lost it on his own there. I still have the at least on my end on the sharing screen there, it still has the OBS marker on there. On YouTube, we are live though.
All right, let me make sure I have ability to share. You are able to see it in Discord.
There we go. Got it. Making sure didn't want to be too far behind there on broadcast.
No worries. All right, so the 54 goes around bringing out our 9th caution of the night here around lap 155. Number of drivers made their way onto pit road, but Tyler Clare continues to lead. He's got the 4, Brian Jones, behind with Aiden Kirker, Justin Lewis, and Kyle Smalley now finds himself in the top 5. John Ledger, good race for John. He's currently up to 6th. He's up 15 spots and currently is our hard charger candidate so far.
Great run for a couple of these guys up here. Jones, Kirker, Lewis, Ledger, all those guys having good runs tonight.
Yeah, only a couple of retirees right now. Jeremy Brown, the 46, and the 55 of Nathan Yarnell. Andrew Pleshy, though, is still in the pits. He's been there for a while. He's got some damage on that 91. All right, Tyler Clare leads this field into the restart zone. 4 of Brian Jones to the outside. You know, Brian Jones times this right.
Really did. Got a really good jump there. He's in the outside line, trying to hang with the 39.
The 51, I thought, got a little loose there. See, back in 5th. Behind them, there are definitely lots of battles happening after this restart. You see J.R. Houston back there behind him. 17 of Wishin and Roberto Ramirez battling door to door.
And Ledger trying to challenge Smalley for that 5th place spot, excuse me. He's got a good shot at it.
Yep, right in front of him, though, is the 7 of Justin Lewis in front of Kyle Smalley. Oh, the 19 goes around.
Oh!
He saves it. We're still green. He kept it pointed in the right direction and did not stop. We are still green. Unfortunately, though, that sends the 19 back to the end of the line.
He went back just a little bit there. The 51 and the 7 almost got into it there. It was really close.
The 4 trying everything he can do to get up to get around the 67.
What a moment for Brian Jones. Has his best chance to challenge pretty much all season long for a win. He's doing an amazing job here.
63 laps to go here in North Wilkesboro with the IWM Cup Series. Leclerc stretches out a little bit, gets a little bit of a couple car lengths in front of Brian Jones. Aiden Kirker's right there, and Kyle Smalley now finds himself in 4th. Matthew Wood battling back. He's now up to 11th.
A lot of these guys here having their best runs of the season. Jones, Kirker, Houston, Caldwell, especially in the 94 machine. All of these guys have great opportunities, and that's just the thing about Wilkesboro. It's that Wilkesboro magic. You really can never expect who's going to win this race. We really have only seen 2 cars dominate tonight. That's the 67 and the 21. Wood was all the way back in 16th just about 5 laps ago. He now finds himself knocking on the door of the top 10.
Yeah, we've only had 3 leaders here, with Michael Anthony only holding court for 2. The rest is Woods and Leclerc, and they're close. 86 laps with Wood, 81 laps with Leclerc.
Look at those brake rotors starting to glow here. We talked about it earlier. You really have got to start being careful with that. Cannot heat your car up too much.
Brian Jones continues to look like he's taking that higher line here. And dives down to stay on the bumper of the 67. Looking farther back, you go back to Justin Lewis. He's got his hands full with the 20 of J.R. Houston. That's a battle for 5th there with those guys. A little farther back, Roberto Ramirez. He's got Maxwell Caldwell on his bumper, as well as Walker Thomas. Those guys are all battling for the 8th spot. And then, don't look now, sitting in 11th is the 21 of Matthew Wood. He's trying to claw his way back up through this field with 54 laps to go. A little farther back in the field, you've got the 12 of Aaron Jackson, and he's got the 14 of Michael Anthony to the inside. That is a battle for 12th.
Really is working hard there. What a recovery for Aaron Jackson. Had a big incident early on. Now he's coming back.
Oh, caution's out.
Oh.
Roberto Ramirez just was in the pits. I think actually he was what brought out this caution.
Yeah, it looks like he got loose and then the 94 got into the back of him. Right there.
It sends him down into pit lane, and unfortunately hits that safer barrier there. Not a huge hit, but enough to bring out the caution. Comes back up on the racing surface, but just enough to get that car pointed back in the right direction. Now, with that, let's go live because right now we got the leaders in on pit road. We'll try to grab Leclerc. He's coming down onto pit road. This will be for their last stop of the night.
Let's see who will come out first.
Good stop for the 67. Stops on his mark. Same with the 21. They both need good pit stops. Does the 21 just take 2 tires? Don't know. I think he may have.
Pit.
Nope, he's Matthew Wood is still in the pits. He doesn't have a black flag or anything, but he must be trying to make some repairs to that 21 from that earlier incident. Looks like Marco Ruby gets one of his laps back. So 10 cautions here tonight. Kind of what I expected to see. I'm not surprised to see that many cautions here. It's pretty typical on our short track.
Yeah, and especially with this new Wilkesboro as well, it's handled pretty much way differently. I did some test laps myself, and I can tell you the difference between this Wilkesboro and the old Wilkesboro before the rescan is night and day. It handles so much more differently than what you're usually used to.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, there was in the old race conditions. The track was certainly the surface was older. It was unforgiving. Super easy to make a mistake.
Back to green. Here we go. Not long left in this one. Brian Jones now to the lead. He'll take the top side here. Michael Anthony on his inside. Will he make the dive? Yes, he will. Brian Jones to the lead, but here comes Anthony trying to shove him for it.
Big battle up at the front here as Brian Jones holds on, but Aiden Kirker dips underneath, hoping to get it back.
Big dive for Kyle Smalley. He'll try to put himself into the 4th place spot. He is battling with Houston. And Houston gets the better of him.
Big battle back here, top 10. Lots going on. You see the 7 of Lewis trying to get around the 51. See the 67 of Leclerc up underneath the 4 to try and get his lead back. As these two drivers keep swapping positions here up the front.
Car to the wall there. Really trying to hang on to this lead here. It is a big, big gap. From the last car in that pack, which is Michael Anthony, to I believe it's a 45 of Walker is the next car up for that pack. And Matthew David Wood, he must have some really, yeah, take a look at his right front if we can get it. Caution. J.R. Houston.
Aiden Kirker, who is up at the front, goes around.
It's like Houston got into him.
Matthew Woods got some damage there. But
yeah.
Aiden Kirker definitely involved, as well as J.R. Houston. Let's go back and take a look at this.
And it looks like that'll be it for the 20, as that is his 3rd incident. 3 strikes rule by the IWM official. So let's see here. There's the 20, gets deep into 1. Yeah, gets deep into 3 there, and yeah.
He takes out the 39. He clears him out. Unfortunately, that impacts the 7 of Lewis as well. Yep. And you're right. End of the night for the 20 of J.R. Houston. Was having a good night until he wasn't. All right. Well, that was our 11th caution. 187 laps complete as this race continues to wind down. Now just 38 laps left. So solid racing here tonight. We've seen these drivers definitely take advantage of this new and improved surface. The car itself seems to be behaving well. Of course, obviously, it's a balance with this new horsepower package on these short tracks.
Yeah, it seems to be what it is here, and it has made the racing a lot better, but it has made it a lot more chaotic. Back to green. Tyler Leclerc. Brian Jones takes the inside there, but Leclerc will immediately clear him there.
3 wide right behind with Thomas, Jones, and Wishon. As that begins to settle itself out, and Walker Thomas finds himself in second. That's what Thomas wants to see going on behind him, with those guys battling out door to door. That's the 17 of Wishon and the 4 of Brian Jones. Tyler Leclerc sets a fastest lap of the race that time by an 18:46. Wow. Also, Matthew Wood is back on the lead lap, albeit in the last car on the lead lap back in 15th. 34 laps to go.
Yeah, I'll give it to Tyler Leclerc as well. He seems to be the only car right now that has not received any major damage. And he has done an excellent job of keeping this car clean here. But Walker Thomas has begun to kind of creep into this picture here. Along with Jared Wishon, they have really started to pick the pace up here with 33 to go.
Yeah, they're putting up great times. That was Wishon's best time so far, 18:57. Same time as your leader, so 17 is got up. He's actually back up to where he started. He had a great qualifying run. The 17 put himself on the grid in third, and now he's reclaimed that spot. Back up there. The interloper there is the 1 of Walker Thomas. He's up 7 positions from where he qualified. Also, the balls out driver, not to miss this, is the 45 of Jordan Weaver. He's up 12 spots and sits in 5th. All right, 30 laps to go. Looking back, Aiden Kirker was involved in that incident. Now he is up in 7th as he's clawing his way back up. We talked about number of drivers. Roberto Ramirez now up to 5th. See who continues to work, but there's a lot. There's Kyle, the 39 dips way under the 25.
He gets way, way, way under him. See if he can try to pull this one off. Can't quite get the pass done just yet. But what a recovery for Jordan Weaver to go almost a couple laps down. Now finds himself in 5th.
Kyle Smalley is back there in 9th. He is battling with Michael Anthony. That is two teammates there. The 14 and the 51 are teammates in Balls Out Racing. Sitting behind them is the 94 of Max Caldwell. Behind them, the 19 of John Ledger, sitting currently in 11th. Justin Lewis getting caught in that, tangled up in that incident. Not doing too bad. He's back in 12th as he tries to claw his way back up with just 25 laps to go.
And a good recovery for the 7. Really unfortunate. It had the 5th place spot and fortunately couldn't quite get it there. But Matthew David Wood, last car in the lead lap, looked like the perfect night. And incident after incident, couldn't get it off. And unfortunately will really struggle towards the end here, just trying to limp this car back home, grab some points. And this is going to allow Smalley to make that gap just a little bit bigger.
Yeah, it's just super hard. Obviously, these guys are going to make the chase matter, but it is so hard on these short tracks. If you wind up there doing well, but then getting caught back from an incident or wanting to be mired back in traffic to get back up, it's so hard to pass. There is a lot of parity here, and then these cars don't make it easy. Tyler Clear out in front by over 1.3 seconds ahead of Walker Thomas. Looking back, Walker Thomas has got the 17 of Jared Wishon on his tail, trying to take that position away, but right behind Brian Jones and Aiden Kirker, they're door to door. This is a battle for fourth.
Laps to go, all coming down to this for Ty Leclerc, and an opportunity to grab his second win of the season. And I'll tell you what a huge win this would be for the 67 crew. They've had a couple different drivers, Tart winning at Talladega, and now the 67 of Leclerc winning here. Be a great win for them.
Yeah, solid run for the 67 for sure. A lot of battles going on. I see that the 17 and the 39 definitely battling there. Let's go on board with Aiden Kirker.
Oh, Brian Jones hard into the outside wall. Heavy right side damage.
Yeah,
just as we went on board.
Yeah, he's still clinging to that safer brake. See the damage, that right front. On board with the 4.
Yeah, he's definitely got some damage.
Yeah, you can tell just by the way he's trying to drive that car. He's got some suspension issues there. It doesn't, you can tell just by the way he's holding that steering wheel, he can't bring that car back to center. It's kind of, he's got some bent equipment. And the 4 of Brian Jones now slips back to 7th and is in danger of losing those positions. Well, that puts the 67 of Tyler Leclerc up there by himself. He's got about a 2-second gap over Walker Thomas as he encounters some lap traffic. Walker Thomas is back there with Jared Wishon. That's for position between these two drivers.
And see what these two guys can do here with the spots they've been given. See if they can make it a good finish here and a final push towards the end. I have the feeling that Wishon is being patient here. He's waiting for the right opportunity. Coming to 10 laps to go. He's going to find that spot soon enough.
He's right there on the bumper of the 1. looking for any opportunity. He knows he's just like there's 11 laps to go. He's got to make a move.
Doesn't have much longer.
No, they are going to encounter the 54. That's a lapped car.
54 of David Watts.
Guys work their way around the 54 without an issue. Now just 7 laps to go. Tyler Leclerc continues to hold on to that 2-second lead.
And he's waited for this opportunity. He's been patient. He's found the speed that he needs to. I think towards the end there, once he got by Wood, and I think he figured out that he had the long run speed, he definitely was able to come on a lot stronger. I think Wood was much better in the short run, but Leclerc really has just an excellent long run car.
Yeah, solid, absolutely solid. All right, 5 laps to go here for Tyler Leclerc to notch his name into the victory here at North Wilkesboro.
Battle for the final point spot here going on between Lewis and Ledger. 3-car battle there. Lewis trying to get by Jones for 9th. He's got 3 laps to do it, and that flies by here at North Wilkesboro.
Solid
no lap
racing
traffic. Yeah,
all
barely
night.
lap traffic.
Yep. Yeah, he's going to be clean. He's got, I don't think it's going to make a difference. He can just hold it. He's got, almost 3 seconds between himself and Walker Thomas. He put it on cruise control, put his feet up on the dash.
White flag this time by for Ty Leclerc. And what will be a huge win for the 67 crew as he shows up to North Wilkesboro. Great long run speed. But tonight he's going to etch his name into the moonshine still. Ty Leclerc dominates the last half at North Wilkesboro. He pulls off the win tonight. Walker Thomas will finish 2nd. Jared Wishon in 3rd, Aiden Kirker in 4th, and Kyle Smalley, a great recovery, will round out the top 5. And what a win for the 67.
Absolutely fabulous. All right, 67 wins. Makes his way down to the start finish and gives us his burnout.
First burnout on the new North Wilkesboro.
Great finish for the 67 and that crew. Fabulous finish. All right, let's see what we've got here. Let's get our results in. I believe they are all in.
All right, your top 10. Ty Leclerc will be tonight's winner. Walker Thomas will finish 2nd. Jared Wishon in 3rd. Aiden Kirker in 4th. Kyle Smalley in 5th. Maxwell Caldwell in 6th. Jordan Weaver in 7th. Michael Anthony in 8th. Justin Lewis in 9th. and Brian Jones rounds out the top 10.
John Ledger finishes in 11th with Matthew Wood in 12th. Aaron Jackson in 13th with Casey Herschel in 14th. Marco Berube in 15th. Roberto Ramirez in 16th with David Watson in 17th. Zach Lindgren in 18th and Jeremy Brown in 19th. Nathan Yarnell in 20th. And rounding out the field, Andrew Pileshi in 21st. And J.R. Houston finishes in 22nd. All right, so with that, really, Tyler Leclerc kind of gets the trifecta here. He gets the pole, he gets the fastest lap, and he leads the most laps. Jordan Weaver gets the hard charger award, up 10 positions here at the end, and takes over that position.
A great run for Leclerc and the 10/10ths team. That they really just, I think a clinic is the right word to describe it. Once they found that long run speed, there really wasn't any touching them in the last half of this race here. So great run for them.
Yeah, solid run by Leclerc. But in the meantime, we've got the third place finisher here in the booth. We've got Mr. Jared Wishon.
Hi, I didn't really expect to be here given that the night we had. I think we half spun twice, got wrecked once, got put in the wall once, all kinds of stuff happened, and I just was able to use the tires there that we stopped, and it luckily was a good time to stop because I think this field ended up splitting there like the next caution. So we luckily put those on when we did and was able to stay out and get a little bit of track position there. And there wasn't a fun night getting used up and stuff, but we'll take it, I guess.
Absolutely. It looks, pretty much from our telemetry, you started well, worked your way back up, and then you went through those little trials and tribulations there around lap 170 or so. But hey, if you fought back and solid finish.
Yeah, I definitely didn't expect to get back there because it was kind of hard to pass there early on in the starts. After we went green for a bit, I felt like my tires kind of come in and was able to make some passes, but I definitely didn't expect to be back up there.
Well, congratulations on your finish. Any shout-outs tonight?
I just want to thank Diecast fans for being on the car, all my teammates tonight, because it was not a fun night, and they tried their best to keep me cool, I guess, so shout out to them for sticking with me this race and helping me get back focused, and shout out to Ty on the win. 3 wins for the 67 this year.
You got it. All right, congratulations. Jared, we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
All right, that's the third place finisher in the 17. That's Jared Wishon. With that, we'll bring in Walker Thomas into the broadcast booth. Walker, congratulations on your finish. You started back in I think 9th, but great job.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it was a eventful night. I don't want to know how many trips down pit road I had trying to fix damage, but made a decent call to get some track position after one of the last few cautions, and just executed on it.
Yeah, looking at our telemetry, it's like you made it down onto pit road 9 times.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, but hey, it all worked out. This is a tough track to try and get repairs made in the pits, and you made it work. So that's all that matters.
Yeah, it was about, I think, 2 minutes and 10 seconds. I was able to get about 20 seconds ish each stop if I didn't take any tires. Luckily we got the kind of clump of cautions there in the middle, and I was able to grab quite a bit of it off, and then I still had some left at the end, but I felt like it was finally good enough to where I could at least be somewhat competitive. And like I said, strategy kind of worked out there. Stayed out, got track position, restarted 4th, and executed on that top line to get in front of Jared and Brian, and luckily able to hold off Jared last, 30 laps. He was all over me.
Yep, absolutely. He was in your trunk for sure. Well, congratulations on your second place finish. Any shout outs tonight?
Yeah, home race for Diecast fans. So as always, shout out to Diecast fans for being on the car. Make sure to use code DFANS for $6 off shipping. Shout out to Ty tonight. we're pretty close friends with those guys. So cool to see him grab the win. And then shout out to my balls out teammates as always. All of us got in the top 10 tonight. I think Mike in 8th was the worst finisher, so we'll take that any week.
You got it.
Thanks, you guys. I never say that to you guys. Thanks you as well.
Thank you very much. All right, that's your second place finisher here. Walker Thomas brings it home for a second. And with that, we'll bring Ty LeClaire into the broadcast booth for his victory. Ty, congratulations on your win. Tough track to get it, but you made it work.
Yeah. I mean, the car was definitely really good on the bottom there. That's where I had planned to run all night. I knew that the guys up top were going to burn their stuff up a little bit quicker. I had expected some like periods of cautions, which we got. I didn't expect as long of runs as we got, but it is what it is. But no, I mean the car felt really good. Yeah, I mean I just felt like I was able to save my tires a little bit better on the bottom and get it to work.
It seems like you guys had better long run speed. Obviously, you had that period there with the 21 where you were battling. Once you got going with the 21, it seems like as it progressed, you started to gain more and he started to lose a little bit. Did that long run speed that you guys have really kind of play into the win that you guys pulled off tonight?
Yeah, definitely. I noticed that a lot of people would start the runoff up against the wall, and when I was practicing, I did notice that hurt your tires quicker. So I, maybe we weren't the fastest short run on the bottom, but I knew in the long run it was going to help us out. So that was what we did. But yeah, me and the 21 there at the beginning, he would pull away, I would catch him back up, he'd pull away again, and that was fun. But I noticed that he pitted around that halfway markish, and I didn't really know why. And then we were going on caution there, and I got the call that I would have made it on fuel if I'd pitted. So I wish I knew that, but obviously he did. But it ended up working out with how some of the cautions hit, and yeah, I mean, overall, great race. I want to say a huge thank you to the Elite guys for letting me drive the car again. Pete for letting me drive the car. Premier Racing Setups, Diecast fans, and everybody else. Thank you.
Got it. Well, congratulations on your win, and we'll see you. Will we see you next week?
I don't know. Probably. I'll probably have some sort of ride open up.
Okay. All right. Well, congratulations on that victory. That's Tyler LeClaire bringing it home for a win here in North Wilkesboro. And looking forward to what a great race.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch. I mean, heck, it was really enjoyable. Hopefully it was for the fans as well. And it's so good to see Wilkesboro kind of back in its prime, like we had it back in the 80s and 90s. It produced great racing just about on every line. And it's good to have it hopefully back as a regular on the schedule. Super eventful race. Had a great finish there at the end. And as Denny Hamlin would say, or as Kyle Busch would say, if you don't like that, then you don't like racing.
Well, there you have it, folks. Thanks for bearing with us tonight through a little bit of a glitch there mid-race. We're all at the mercy of our computers and broadcasting, so we thank you for staying with us. Tomorrow night, we will bring you the INRS Racing Series. We will be at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, another classic track here on the circuit. And next week, we'll be back on Wednesdays and Thursday nights with the IWM Series on Wednesday and again with INRS on Thursday. So for Noah and myself, we thank you so much for tuning in. Good night and so long.